Hello?
The Baker Hotel is a time capsule.
You can feel the energy resonating from it. There's been deaths, suicides.
There's the pool. There's no way you could make that.
There has been a lot of physical activity.
Can you open it?
If you break off from the group, anything can happen.
Is there anybody down here? 'Cause I'm coming in.
Just heard a girl's voice.
My name is Zach Bagans, lead investigator of the Ghost Adventures crew. I never believed in ghosts until I came face to face with one.
You wanted us. You got us.
So I set out on a quest to capture what I once saw onto video. With no big camera crews following us around, I am joined only by my fellow investigators Nick Roth and Aaron Goodwin. The three of us will travel to some of the most highly active paranormal locations where we will spend an entire night being locked down from dusk until dawn.
You have reached your final destination. Hell.
Wrong. Extreme.
Stop! Stop running!
These are our ghost adventures.
A modern medical miracle has taken hold deep in the heart of Texas. It's cool, refreshing, and comes directly from Mother Earth. The healing water that flows underground has made Mineral Wells, Texas, a favored destination for those seeking rest and health. Visitors to Mineral Wells stay in dignified luxury at the fabulous Baker Hotel, one of the finest resort hotels in the entire Southwest.
We're at the Baker Hotel in Mineral Wells, Texas. We've waited 4 years to investigate this behemoth of a building. This place is claimed to be infested by ghosts.
Sorry, folks. For interrupting your regularly scheduled program, but this is an emergency news announcement. It's the end of the world! The Mayan calendar says so. On December the 21st, life as we know it will change forever! It's the end of the world! The Mayan calendar says so. On December the 21st, life as we know it will change forever! Or it'll just become an era of peace and enlightenment, because on the same date begins the Age of Aquarius.
When the moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planets and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age.
Was that the Rune of Death? Wait a minute. It's all starting to make sense now. It's all big conspiracy, huh? The Mayans and the hippies. I see how it goes. It is the end of the world, people. Run! Really? How many of y'all really believe this calendar? The Mayan calendar was made by a very ancient people. Give you an insight on these people. They would capture people from neighboring kingdoms and sacrifice them to their gods because of ill fortune, war, the consecration of a new leader, or the consecration of a new temple. Really? Why would you even make credence that this calendar has any bearing on reality? Let's get serious, people. The end will come when the last Twinkie is eaten. But fear not. My wonderful idiots have this problem well in hand. In fact, the professor has it right now. Don't worry, we are professionals. We will make sure nothing ever happens to this Twinkie. Crap. That's it. It's over. Pack it up. We're out of here. Come on. Let's go. Really? It's just a Twinkie. Just like the Mayan calendar. It's just a calendar. Nothing special. Nothing supernatural. Trust me, there's nothing supernatural about it at all. Humanity has been predicting the apocalypse since the beginning of human time. I can't begin to tell you how many predictions for an apocalyptic or just end times man has predicted just about every year of its existence. Let's do a few stories. Let me give you a little rundown and a feel for the way humanity does things. Let's start with one of the oldest end of days stories, and I know every single one of y'all has heard this. Yes, technically it is an end of days story, but the point of it is, and the reason why I'm relaying it, is because it wasn't the end of humanity. Humanity always thrives. It will always endure. No matter what is thrown at it, it will survive. Like everything else, like the end of the Twinkie. Come on, it will survive. This story is the story of Noah. That's how I know. That was his real name. Noah was given the prediction that the earth would be flooded and that he needed to save as many of the world's animals as he could. With that, along with his family, set to building the ark. Yes, the famous ark. This was a massive vessel that was to ride the waves of the worldwide flood until the waters could dissipate. I have probably the only footage of that day that Noah presented his final product to a fellow villager. Don't ask me where I got it. That would be a little too sticky, and I'm not going to go into any explanations of my ship. That's got to be a story for another day. On this piece of footage, we see how humble Noah was and how he took criticism with grace. He was a very, very honorable man. Maybe I should have reviewed this before I showed y'all. Moving on. Let's talk about an infamous event about a city called Pompeii. Now, this was not an end of days event, but by neighboring cities. They definitely thought this was the stepping stone to the end of the world. we all know this was just a situation of at the wrong place at the right time. Now, we've since learned from this city. We don't build any cities next to volcanoes, do we? I can't think of any in America at all. Portland. Okay, let's fast forward several centuries. Now, trust me, there are plenty of end-of-days stories between Pompeii and this next event. But due to time restraints and footage restraints, let's go on to it. Salem, Massachusetts. Yes, the famous Salem witch trials. Yes, this was not a predicted apocalypse or end of times, but due to the people of the era, they really thought it was the end of times because they were seeing what they thought the rise of satanic magic. But in reality, it was the mischievousness of a few girls. Now, due to this hysteria, several men, women, and a pussycat were killed, put to death. Very much like this torture right here. Alright, let's go to something a little more contemporary. The 20th century and the Cold War. Haha, yes. If there was any time in the whole of human history where everybody knew this was it, this was the apocalypse, this was the end of days, it was then. You had two massive superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, both with their fingers on the button, ready to push. All they had to do was you know what? It didn't happen. Apocalypse averted. End of days averted. Humanity still moves on. Still moving forward. Still standing up to any test thrown at it. Speaking of which...
Oh! We have an end-day stories happening as we speak. Let's go to our on-spot reporter in Tokyo. Chase. Godzilla's really fucking everything up. He's eating everything. Oh look! He didn't even eat a man! This sucks! We'll see. Oh, he's greasy spot now. That's not very apocalyptic. Godzilla destroys Japan at least once a year. That's stupid.
I have the latest on the Heaven's Gate cult. You remember them? That was that cult that thought there was a spaceship in the tail of the Hale-Bopp comet. They all committed mass suicide by drinking the poisonous cocktail. Anyways, here's the latest.
Thank you for the fast food. We will be back.
In other news, the Raelians are still looking for a city. that respects human and clone rights. To no avail. Alright, let's talk about Harold Camping. I'm sure you remember him, especially all you who gave your money over to him. This was the fellow who was trying to predict the rapture this year. Yeah, that didn't happen. Did it? Of course not, it didn't happen. It doesn't exist. It's man-made. It's not in the Bible. And it is in no Christian literature before the 1840s. In fact, that's when it was invented by a man named George Rapp. Sure. Coincidence? I need to go back in time and look at that. Nah, waste of time. Anyways, he was developing his church to predict the coming of Christ. He did it several times. By his last prediction, his entire congregation had left him. Several evangelists after him has done the exact same thing. They are still waiting. Even up to Harold Camping, who can't predict anything. In fact, I have some footage right now of him re-meeting one of his investment backers. I wonder what's going to happen.
I got all their money. All these suckers, they're hard-earned money. It's now mine. Now in my pocket. All mine.
Hey, motherfucker, you took all my money.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Didn't see that coming. Alright, kiddies. Bottom line. Don't worry about the end of days. Don't worry about the apocalypse. If it comes, we're all going to be in the same boat. Don't stress over it. Worry about today. Worry about your fellow man. Take care of each other. We're all in this together. From beginning to end, we've always been in this together. We take care of each other, we don't have to worry about the end of days. Because man is so strong and so intelligent that we can become one of the greatest forces in this universe. We just gotta work together. If not, there's no telling what's going to happen. There is a potential. There's a strong potential of that one quack that will the entire world. But you know what? As long as we work together and take care of those quacks and fight for the greater good of humanity, we're going to be all right. This world, Mother Earth, great place to live. Start taking care of it. Let's make sure that there will be no end of days. Good night, everybody. God bless, and Merry Christmas.